This is Carol.
It was a Vogue
Photographed
shoot
for Vogue by
by
Scavullo. Harry and Sandy did the hair and the makeup. And on the other side of the photo, I
Gia.
see Gia. So the entire spread was Carol, Gia, Carol, Gia, Carol and Gia.
Or Carol and Gia, yeah.
Yeah, or Carol and Gia in the same picture.
I remember everything. I remember they said to car to pick me up. I was living on 52nd Street, right across the street from you.
Right.
And Gia was following that car in her little, it was a red Triumph or a Spitfire or a Spider. It was a little two-seater car with a convertible. And she pulled up, made a U-turn in front of my block because it was a dead-end street by the river, and pulled up behind this thing. I thought, how come she gets to ride in her own car? And I almost thought to ask her if I could ride with her. And I looked at Francesco because he was in the car. They all came to get me, and they were in that car. He said, "Don't even ask her." I mean, it must have looked down my face like, "Oh my gosh!"
Why do you think he said, "Don't even ask her"?
Don't even ask her.
Why did he say
Because
that?
Gia does her own thing. Everybody in the business knew Gia just did her own thing, and it didn't have a roof on it. So I'm thinking, convertible, yeah, the Hamptons. And he's like, "Don't even ask her." I said, "Okay," and I got in the covered old man's car, the black sedan, and drove out with them to the island with Gia following us. And we pulled up to Francesco's beautiful Southampton home. It was gorgeous. And of course, the next morning we got up at 4 a.m. We started hair and makeup and whatnot, and we went on the shoot. We were shooting up by the water. We were shooting on docks. It was of course chilly because we shot early in the morning. And when the sun came up full, it was too high in the sky. So Francesco was worried about shadows, creating shadows, so we then quit again until later afternoon. And then we finished around 5:30, 6 o'clock because we had the haze over the sunset.
Perfect memory.
Well, I remember this day because, this was maybe 1 year into my modeling career, and I had been working with Gia throughout that year. I was always the other girl. Gia was the star, and I was always the other girl. So I would be, whatever it was, catalog shoot, Vogue, whatever it was, I was always the other brown-haired girl in the group, and it would be just Gia and I shooting. And I don't think we ever said more than 2 words to each other anytime we'd ever shot in that entire year. And I think Gia liked that about me. I wasn't chatty. I didn't get into her business. I didn't get into her face. If she was late, I didn't care. If she left early, I just picked up the slack and I did the pictures. And the clients were cool with that because they wanted Gia. And when Gia went, "Oh, I need to go get cigarettes," and she didn't come back, which she was apt to do, I was the one who filled in and finished the job. So
That's pretty amazing.
it helped everybody.
Yeah.
I got extra pictures. Gia had somebody cover for her so she could come and go as she pleased.
It's an amazing story. It would never exist today.
It would never exist today. It would